Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Q with QLovesHair. Let's go. For this service, we're going to start with a clarifying and moisturizing shampoo, followed by a moisturizing conditioner. She hasn't done the best job of keeping her hair detangled, so we had a lot of work to do, had a lot of knots and strings, and yeah, she was in trouble. Okay, sis, I don't want to hear it, but let's keep moving. I mean, she's literally my sister, so she gets a pass, or at least she thinks she does. Now guys, when you sit in the chair for your stylist, please detangle your hair. It'll save them time and it may save you money because I know many stylists charge for extra detangling. I know some of y'all don't agree, but time is money behind the chair. So if they have to spend an extra hour detangling your hair, I think they should charge you, absolutely. Okay, so as you can see, we have started the blow drying process. I'm using the tension method and I'm blow drying her hair because she's getting a trim. She also wears her hair straight and curly, so I'm not going to cut her hair in the curly method because it would be really uneven when she wears it straight. So this is the method that we're choosing. I'm going to start cutting her perimeter first, just cutting her ends and evening her out. At this point in the haircut, I'm moving to the front of her head to give her hair a little bit more shape. Her haircut will go from short to long, so she'll have a lot of movement, a lot of volume in the front, and it'll look really nice. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this haircut up and get ready to apply product directly to the stretched dry hair. My product of choice is Nairobi foam. Ignore the bottle, we recycle here at QLovesHair. Okay, again, it's Nairobi styling foam. I'm going to apply the product onto the dry hair and comb it through thoroughly. For this style, I chose the orange rod. It'll give me plenty of rotation, which means I'm going to get a lot of curl from this particular rod. Now, for those of you asking, why just wet her hair again after you've blown it dry? I have a few reasons for that. Number one, she needed a haircut. We talked about that earlier, and I was able to go in and give her that cut prior to rodding it. Number two, if you'll notice, I'm not using water on her hair. I'm using a foam. Foam is product with air. That being said, instead of her taking 2 hours to dry, she'll probably dry in about 35 to 45 minutes. Cutting down the drying time for a client can be a huge draw for this particular service. Lastly, with her hair being dry, I'm getting a smoother curl. I'm also getting a more stretched curl. So those are the reasons why I chose to apply the solution onto hair that is already dry. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some tips to help get the best rod set possible. Number one, you want to use enough product. It's important that you saturate your section properly. Don't be afraid to comb it through, rub it in, do whatever you have to do to make sure there's enough product on the section. Number two, you don't want to use sections that are too large. If the section is larger than the rod, it is too big. Number 3, use appropriate tension. I tried to pull the hair as straight as possible, but you don't want your client to be uncomfortable. So you're going to have to use tension. Number 4, place the rod about 2 to 3 inches away from the ends of the hair and manually wrap the ends of the hair around the rod first. This ensures that you get really nice smooth ends and you don't worry about frizz once you start to take the rods down. This is really helpful. Once you get the ends wrapped around and you know they're smooth, then you can wrap up towards the scalp to complete the rod. Can we just take a minute to look at this beautiful, healthy curl pattern? So satisfying. Okay, let's focus. Number 5, rod placement is important. She doesn't want hair hanging directly in her face, so I am rodding her hair away from the face. Always consider the final style when you are placing your rods. Okay, we are all rodded up and she's getting ready to go under the dryer. Okay, we're back. She was under the dryer almost 40 minutes and we are starting to take her hair down. Now I am checking to make sure her hair is completely and thoroughly dry. This is important because if you take that hair down and it's not completely dry, frizz is about to become your best friend and you will not be happy. So make sure you check that the hair is dry. I'm checking the curl, I'm looking at the bounce, and that all tells me, okay, yeah, she's ready. We can go ahead and take the rest down. So let's get into that. The takedown process can be a little tricky. I like to unravel each rod until the curl releases on its own. I don't like to force the curl off the hair and I want it to keep its shape. So I just unravel in the opposite direction that I rodded the hair until all the rods are removed. Take your time and do this carefully, and when they're all down, you won't have any frizz, okay? Yes, with the weightless curls. Shake that hair, girl. Okay, you can wear your hair like this if you want your curls to last, for a week or two, or if you aren't doing anything. The longer your curls stay untouched, the better. I know you guys do this because I see y'all in the grocery store. I see y'all with y'all curls freshly done, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for the purposes of this video, I do want to show you how to break the curls up, how to add volume and fullness, and how to get a finished look. So the product that I used earlier, it's also by Nairobi. It's a light cream press. I prefer the cream press over an oil or serum in this particular instance because when you use oils or serums, it's really easy to overuse the product. I find that I get better control when I use the cream press versus an oil or serum. Okay, so now we're building volume. Now, how much volume is up to the client, or if you're doing it yourself, it's up to you. You can take each curl and break it into 5 or 6 additional curls. The more you break the hair up into multiple curls or smaller curls, the bigger the hair is going to be. And this is totally up to you. You can do a little bit every day, or you can do it all at once. As you break up each curl, just coil the curl in the direction that you want it to go, smoothing it all the way to the ends. So yes, this is the same head you were just looking at. We have been separating and separating and separating curls until we got the fullness desired. Look at those luxurious curls. Absolutely beautiful. Edge control for the win, continuing to keep the hair out of her face, and we are done. It's the volume for me. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Q with QLovesHair, reminding you to take care of what you love. Until next time, bye.